Good morning. It is March 8th, 2022. I am going to a completely different Walmart this week. It's about 45 minutes away from my house because there are a couple items that are in stock here at this Walmart that are not in stock at the Walmart I normally go to every week. So right off the bat, we're in the fruits and vegetables section. I just noticed the jalapenos are $1.38 a pound. Last month they were 99 cents a pound. Overall, the fruits and vegetables is looking pretty good. There are definitely some empty spots. The oranges are looking a little low. Apples are looking a little low. But overall, there is a lot of fruits and vegetables. Bear with me on this video. I am not familiar with this layout. I don't know that I've ever been to this Walmart. It was completely unfamiliar. But I am trying to, let's see, what do we got here? All right, so red onions are looking a little low. There's two empty bins right here. This was some type of onion. Looking at garlic, I'm thinking that pricing is pretty good. I have to remember that next time I need garlic. I usually get my garlic at the farmer's market, but it is a little more expensive at a farmer's market than it is at Walmart. So straight ahead is bread. Bread is fine. There, right off the bat is the frozen food section. I did a quick walkthrough. I don't have it on camera. Everything looked good, pretty well stocked. I mean, the pizza was a little low like it has been, but overall the frozen food section is pretty well stocked. So this is gum, ketchup right next to gum. That makes no sense. That's looking pretty good. We are looking for a mustard sandwich spread that my husband was happy to find because it is not in stock at the other Walmarts we go to. I live in the St. Louis area and there is like 10 Walmarts in a 60-mile radius that we have to choose from. I prefer the one in Eureka, but there are plenty of Walmarts to choose from. This one is near Fenton, Missouri, if you're familiar with the area. Not my favorite Walmart at all. I don't see coming back to this one, but we're here, so we're going to pick up a couple items. That I needed some ranch, so I got the 2-pack. That was a better deal. So yeah, I basically came here for shampoo and conditioner. I wait till the end to get that. I'll talk about that at the end. Mayo is looking good. This is a Tuesday morning, and it is pretty busy. I'm doing my best to avoid people. It was hard, and definitely normally when I record, people don't pay any attention to me, but today at this Walmart there was lots of nosy Nancys. It was just kind of odd for me because I'm used to people not paying attention, but they were all up in my business today. The peanut butter section is looking fine. This is the little fruits and cups for like students and stuff. It's looking fine. It's actually pretty spread out. That's kind of a bigger section than it really needs to be. So I don't know what used to be there that they're trying to fill in the gaps. Pickles is looking fine. Sorry, I skipped the tea and coffee. It was looking fine. I go now to look at the meats real quick. Beef is looking pretty good. There are definitely empty spots in the steaks. And then right here is supposed to be the fresh bratwurst. They threw in a whole bunch of frozen bratwurst that they're defrosting, and I just thought it looked kind of weird and sketchy. I mean, look at those brats. That freezer burn is bad on those brats. So that was a little odd that they started defrosting some frozen stuff in plain view. Some pork steaks, some empty spots in the pork steaks. Let's see what else we got here. Ground turkey's looking fine. Chicken is extremely low. They actually have some gizzards. I don't think they ever have that at my Walmart. So yeah, chicken is low. That's been pretty consistent for the last couple months. It's just going to get worse, I believe, in my opinion. Everything I say is my opinion. So feel free to share your opinion. Let's see, and these two middle fridge or coolers were looking pretty good. If you remember at my Eureka Walmart, they're usually pretty empty. Oriental sauces is looking empty. We're getting some pinto beans. Robert wants the, fresh ones, not the canned. He's just pointing out about how A plain bag is $1. If you want it with the spices in it, it's $1.67. So you're basically paying 67 cents for spices. We got the plain bags. We have our own spices. Just pointing that out. That's a little expensive for spices. And then pork and beans or barbecue beans looking a little low. Salsa looks fine. There is a couple empty sections. Heck of a lot tortillas. Usually they're looking a little low. The Mexican sides definitely looking picked over. Taco shells, like, you can find taco shells, but if there's a specific taco shell you like I like the flat bottom ones, they're pretty hard to find now. This is the green beans and corn looking, there's a lot there, but it has definitely got some empty spots. I'm also looking for spinach. I have a pretty good stockpile of canned vegetables for me and my husband, but I want to add variety to it. I don't have any spinach, so I'm looking for spinach. I thought there'd be a bigger section, but it turns out there's just a very small section, top row, that I'm about to find for the spinach. So there was not much spinach left at all. There was like maybe 10 cans, and I ended up buying 4 or 5 cans. So but there wasn't a huge space, so I guess not that many people eat spinach, and the people who do eat spinach seem to be buying it up. So I got my Popeye spinach, and then this is the sorry, I just went way too fast by the macaroni and cheese. That had empty spots as normal. Parmesan cheese has empty spots like it has been the last month. All these shortages I'm showing have been pretty consistent for the last 2 months. But the Chef Boyardee here actually looks pretty good. The Chef Boyardee in Eureka is very picked over. Spaghetti sauce, it's all like pushed forward. There is definitely empty spots behind. I'm looking for muscatoli noodles. There were no muscatoli noodles, and I'm trying to debate with my husband that these little rotini noodles will be this fine, and he's like, no, you need specific muscatoli noodles. So I do listen to my husband most of the time, and so we did not get any more pasta. I have all the regular pasta. I'm just out of muscatoli noodles. This is canned fruits and veggies looking picked over. I don't need any. That is a bunch of Campbell's soup thrown at the end cap. Usually remember the end caps are saved for like desirable promo items that companies want promoted, and I don't know if companies just aren't paying for it anymore, because lately the end caps are full of stuff that they normally aren't. Let's see, that was, what is that? Dinty Moore, canned beef stuff, meats. It's looking picked over, but there is still plenty of canned meats. I know there was a couple of like the Keystone chicken and the Keystone beef that a lot of preppers like, and I don't buy that stuff only because I already have a pretty good stockpile of canned meats, and I tend to not overbuy. I'm only going to buy what me and my husband will actually use, and so that's why I skip over it. And I know some preppers are probably like, oh, you should buy it when you see it. Trust me, my stockpile is pretty good. And now I'm just looking at scalloped potatoes. I just want a couple more boxes because they're cheap and an easy side item, and I end up grabbing the scalloped, and my husband later puts them back and grabs the au gratin. So the way it works with me and my husband is we each take turns cooking and he likes the au gratin. To me, I don't know the difference, so I just grabbed the wrong item. What is this? Ramen noodles. That's what these 2 empty shelves is of ramen noodles. The oil is looking a little low. I'm showing this because the majority of the oil right here is the Great Value brand. So if you like a specific brand, those are getting harder and harder to find. They still, 3 months later, have plenty of the Fruity Pebbles flavored syrup. Nobody likes it. I didn't like it. The one I tested, they should just throw it away. No one's going to eat it. So I'm grabbing some flour. I grabbed the wrong size. That's extremely small. I end up putting it back and grabbing the 2 bigger ones. Because really, like, value-wise, you get, for 50 cents more is the bigger bag. So I don't know. Just buy the bigger bag. So I did get 2 flours. I have plenty of sugar. I did not get any sugar. I've seen a lot of people complain about the price of sugar. I don't remember what it originally was, so I don't know how much it went up. And then we're looking at the spices. The spices is looking pretty good. Yes, there are some empty spots, but overall, it looks like all the spices are there. I need some chili powder for a recipe that I'm going to can. And so I ended up buying like 5 of the chili powders because they were only $1 and I needed half a cup for each recipe. And so now I'm down in the cereal section. Sorry, I panicked way quickly because there was like 2 or 3 carts in this aisle and it was just making me nervous. And so, and then you always have the lady that takes up the whole aisle. Pancake syrup, cereals. I just don't know much about cereal, so I can't tell you what is short or not. So if there are any cereal shortages, let me know. I just don't eat a lot of cereal. I'm sure there are brand specific shortages because it definitely seems to be whenever these food shortages lately are brand specific, like Pillsbury. Pillsbury is having a problem filling their orders. And so let's see. I'm thrown off. Here's another one of those personal shoppers. There's soda right here. My other Walmart, the soda is a completely different spot. There's that lady again. You ever go to the store and like you see the same person 20 times? You just notice one person and then you see that person everywhere. This trip it was that lady. Everywhere I was, there she was. So I couldn't find the cubes of Dr. Pepper. They weren't right here. As you can see, their soda is like extremely short. Gatorade is like looking very short. Well, it turns out the Dr. Pepper cubes were at one of the end caps for whatever reason, so I did get a Dr. Pepper cube. The cubes are the best value. Bacon was looking picked over. What am I doing? Sorry, I thought I was going to show the meat. Okay, go back to my husband. Okay, so that end cap was a clearance section. Chips, these chips were really picked over. I gotta pay more attention because normally I don't think this aisle is picked over. I wanted some Pringles, plain Pringles, none of that. Like the Pringles were severely depleted here. There is one in the back, I missed it. But that's fine. My local grocery store has plenty of Pringles. But yeah, the chips were looking very picked over here. We also need some more like tortilla chips. Didn't get it here. We will go to our local grocery store. And then there's the wine. This is definitely different than mine. So now I'm back to the meats. So the lunch meat, there are a bunch of empty sections. The Lunchable, oh man, I breezed right past that. Sorry. I don't know. I was just too overwhelmed at the store being completely different. I need to stick with my Eureka because I know the layout. Anyway, the lunch meat was picked over. Cheese looks great. The biscuits is the same. It's the generic. You can get off-brand, but if you want your Pillsbury, they're harder to find. Yogurt is extremely picked over. The eggs. Oh my gosh. I knew this was going to happen. Eggs there's going to be a shortage of eggs for sure. The cheap eggs are all gone. There are still eggs there, of course, but not the cheap eggs. And so lots of empty spots on the eggs. Going back to brand, there's another personal shopper. Going back to brand specific, I like hot and spicy V8 tomato juice. It's extremely hard to find in the last couple months. So I'll take the big bottle, I'll take the little bottle, I'll take the cans. I prefer the little cans. Couldn't find it. It was all just regular V8. Juices, I was looking a little low on some of the juices. Orange juice was looking a little low. Your dairy creamers, I don't know, I don't buy it, so that looked fine. Milk looked pretty good. Butter was fine. And now we're done. Now I'm heading to, this is why I came. I buy a specific Dove 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. I have extremely long hair, so if I don't use the 2-in-1, if I have a separate shampoo and conditioner, I'm going to be in the shower for 40 minutes. So I've been using this Dove for the last 5 years. I love it, but lately in the last 6 months it's been hard to find. So they had 4 bottles. Yep, I bought all 4. see, 2-in-1 daily moisturizer. This is just my personal preference. I like it. I guess I only got 3. Darn it. Or wait, there was 1 hidden behind. Alright, I knew I got 4. So yep, that's why we came. 4. That'll last me 2 months. Yep, I use a lot of shampoo and conditioner.